we are good to go. I'll get a new link over to our fighter cleric. But before we get into our recaps, do we want to get some introductions to who's at the table?
Yeah, hey, what's up? It's me. I'm Thresh. I play Bracken. He's a Kender Monk fighter who's up to no good and makes the best out of it. He's good at punching and kicking, not good at talking, but he does his best.
Hi, I'm Kelsey. I play Avi. She's a bard sorcerer who cares deeply about her friends, is constantly quietly singing and or humming, um, and she's a little spooky.
Heck yeah. Are we gonna get a...
Hi, I'm Brent. I play Cecil
Mhm.
Darkholm, and he's a Forest Gnome Cavalier Moon Cleric, which is a lot of words. He's taken on a squire recently who's making excellent progress, but Cecil remains determined to help and protect his friends from the danger that surrounds them.
Alrighty, heck yeah. Well, I guess that means it's time for a recap. Our heroes have been back on the trail of a old colleague, Carianthe, trailing behind her efforts in Volumian, and particularly the ritualists they've been working with. She's been working with. Which led you to the Tower of Iselin, Lizot. And within her faculties, you ended up fighting some of the living plants within her domain as you were trying to set up a ritual. Unfortunately, that seems to have been sabotaged by some arcane contingencies. And in your efforts to set up this ritual and to discover some information of the plots between Iselin and Carianthe, Bracken got caught in a spell after finding some schematics by none other than Iselin herself. So, let's pick up there.
I believe I was looking for a bottle or a jar.
You do have a bottle nearby within quick grasping.
Cool. It's not big enough for her.
It is not big enough for her.
I'm gonna throw it at her.
Alright, heck yeah. I would like you
Who
to
am I?
I would like you to make me it'll be dexterity based, so 1d20 plus your dex mod. And I should
Yeah, that's a 22.
Oh, yeah, definitely hits Iselin. This will be 1d4 points of damage.
Double that. 4 plus 6. 6 bludgeoning.
Alright, hell yeah. And because she's taking damage, she's gotta roll a con save.
Pretty good.
That is just barely a failure on her part. So, Bracken is no longer held in place by the spell, but we are going to be rolling initiatives.
And it to Tabes.
That weren't nice.
Last I checked, neither was trespassing.
Me.
Yeah, that's what you sound like.
Nice battle.
Yeah, but what the hell?
Alright. So. Do. Let's roll for these guys. So we've got Cecil first, then Lefriga, then Iseline, Cecil, Ulcus, and Bracken.
At the end.
Yeah, you got a natural
Oh,
one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you suck.
Huh?
God damn. Alrighty. So, Cecil, this is happening in the middle of your ritual.
Stop it.
Oh yeah.
I can't do it.
How far away is that lady from me?
She is. Hold on.
Yeah.
I
I
have
was
to.
looking to do. Kelsey, what's the matter?
Stop it.
She'd be on the order
I can do this.
of about 80 feet from where you are currently set up, Cecil.
Okay, I'm gonna keep focusing on the ritual,
Okay. So,
as I can't interrupt it.
alright. So, Cecil continues focusing on the ritual. And then, after Cecil, we do have our layer action here.
Oh,
No, that's
God.
okay.
Skip that.
Nope.
That's alright. You don't need that.
Boo.
I need a dexterity check from Bracken.
All right, Brad. Dexterity. Just dexterity save or check?
Save.
Yeah, that's what I thought. 16.
16. I believe is enough. Alright. With a 16, you are able to avoid getting struck by the glob of sap that is thrown your way.
Oh, good.
As it is now Lefriga's turn, and Lefriga only has his longsword. He is going to move over to Bracken, and use the help action, basically like providing a boost to toss you up towards the fluttering Iseline.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Alright. And then it is Iseline's turn. And what does she want to do? She will begin to conjure up, these flames, and send out 3, burning lines across the space. One towards Avi for hitting her with the bottle, and then
What?
yeah, she didn't like that.
Where is this, my
Well,
house
she weren't
on the
supposed to.
weekends?
And then the other 2, she is going to send towards Bracken.
No, thank you.
Unfortunately, she's gonna
That's
try
fine. No,
anyway.
thank you. I'm allergic.
That makes it all the better for her. Alright, so towards Bracken, we've got a 23 and a 13.
The 23 hits.
And towards Avi, we've got a 28.
That's only double my AC.
So,
That means it's an auto crit.
that's not...
No, that actually means it misses.
Alright,
I know
so...
the rules.
That is 6 points of fire damage towards Bracken, 7 towards Avi, and... Oh shit. I wasn't expecting that. Cool. We've got a surge of wild magic from Iseline.
Okay.
Just like that.
Yeah, she's got spell mechanics, and I wasn't expecting it to go off this early, but it did.
Does
Wonderful.
she spawn in a? Does she disappear and show up at a young farm boy's house?
No. We're not playing with the expanded rule set here.
Who's this man in our house?
Kid, you gotta help me. Showed up in leather pants and platform boots.
Help me.
Yeah, you gotta help me, kid. There's no time to explain.
I gotta get back.
Wasn't he without his lower half at that point?
I don't
Who
even remember.
knows?
There was so much wrong with Miss.
It really was.
It was kind of a basket case.
Oh.
Man, I haven't had the wild magic thing pulled up in forever.
It sounds like a little lack of preparedness. Interesting. Very interesting.
Alright. Okay, cool. I have a note for the wild magic surge. And then it becomes Cecil, your turn. Oh wait, no, not Cecil's turn. Avi, your turn. I wrote Cecil down twice.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay.
It's your turn.
We'll send a Sorcerer's Burst to Iseline.
Go for it.
However, that's a 12.
A 12 is unfortunately going to miss.
Just hits. That's fine. That's fine.
Alrighty. Ulcus is going to take a few shots. As he draws back the longbow, that will be 2 hits. And with that, does he do anything else? You come then to Bracken, your turn.
Okay. Since I got that boost, I'm gonna go for punches. And we're gonna do a
Alright.
flurry of blows on it.
You've got advantage on your first attack.
Oh, good. Okay, so that first one will be a raw 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
25. Oh, almost a crit. 12. 15. And a 29. That should be 5, right?
Yeah, that's 5. 3 out of them will hit.
For math, 29 damage.
Yep. And then you fall back down to the ground.
Yes.
And brings us back to Cecil. Your turn.
Do I know for sure that this is that if I interrupt this, and then I have to start over?
Yes.
That already happened once, right?
Yeah.
Dang. Okay. I continue the ritual.
Okay. As Cecil continues, we've got our layer action again. And I'm going to ask for strength checks this time from everybody.
Save or check?
Yeah.
Save. Sorry.
What is going on?
How do you feel about an 8?
So as the ground trembles as if an earthquake happens, Bracken and Avi, you guys fall prone.
Wonderful.
Eh.
You know, I've thrown a bottle and it's about as much help as I'm gonna be during this.
Alright, Lefriga is... He can't really do much. He's just gonna help again. This time he's gonna try and get over to Avi and provide the help action. Little flavors, you know, helping you up. Then it'll be Iseline's go. And... Iseline is going to ask for... From Bracken, she's going to ask for a wisdom saving throw, and because of her wild magic, you have disadvantage as her spell seems to crackle around you.
Wait, I'm sorry. What's going on with me?
The energy that she releases seems to crackle as it wraps around you. You have disadvantage on your save. It's a wisdom save.
Okay. How's a big 4 for you?
Ooh.
I like
As
that. Ooh.
Cecil is not Cecil, as Bracken, I am all over the place, guys. I am so sorry. As Bracken is wrapped around by Iseline's magic, suddenly where Bracken was, you see a smaller creature, not quite tiny, resembling a rabbit. However, there is a unicorn's horn spiraling from his forehead. As Bracken has been transformed into an Almirage by polymorph.
Ah,
This is fun.
I know what this is.
This is fun.
Alright, Avi,
Mm-hmm.
it is your turn.
Oh, alright. Not not a fan of what just happened or anything that's happened. Is she within 10 feet of anybody?
No. You're the closest to her, and she's, like,
Huh?
flying about, like, 20 feet up.
Oh, I like that. I'll stand up first. And then we're gonna... How high can I go? That's about as high as I want to go. Can I get a Constitution save?
For sure.
AC 18.
That is going to be a 23.
That's fine. She'll take half. So half of 36 thunder from a shatter.
Alright, 18.
And then I'll what are they? There they are. I'm gonna think. Do I have this? Yeah, I do. We're gonna spend 2 sorcery points and quicken spell another sorcerer's burst and see if we can't hit her.
Heck yeah.
28.
Definitely hits.
Great. We got 16 plus 8,
Alright.
Yes.
and then another 2, so 26 altogether.
Okay, okay.
Psychic.
Beautiful. Alrighty. And with that, it is gonna be Olcus's turn. Now she's looking pretty rough now. Two more arrows from Olcus. First one misses, but the second one hits and is a crit for Olcus. Alrighty. And Bracken, we come to your turn. You're an Almirage.
Yeah, that's like a horse, right?
No. There's a picture of it
Ooh.
in the chat room.
Oh, there
Oh.
is. Hold on.
Okay. Oh. Okay, so it's kind of like a horse.
Not really.
You know, it's just a little bit different. I'm assuming I can jump real good, right?
Yeah, but you are a small creature. You're like a slightly larger rabbit.
Can I attempt to jump and impale the fairy with my mighty horn?
No.
Okay, cool, fun police. Why?
Whatever happened to
She-
you, Anne? Huh?
She is 20 feet above. You're technically prone.
Okay, well, I could get up. I could use half my movement. I'm a monk, Elmirage, still, so
You
I'm
you
like
don't
Thumper from
get
Bambi.
you don't get your monk stuff. You only have the stat block of the Almirage.
Just
Alright,
got
well-
funny stuff.
I guess I'll just eat a carrot and say, "What's up, dog?" Like, I don't know what you want from me.
That's fine.
Okay, cool. That's what we're doing.
Cecil, it's your turn.
I'm stuck doing this ritual still.
I mean, you can stop if you want.
I choose to continue.
Alright. Great. Cecil, can I have you make me a dexterity saving throw as we come to our layer's turn?
A 9.
Cecil, you are gloved up by sap. You now have the restrained condition.
Am I still ritualing?
Yes. But if
Perfect.
something happens, you are stuck in sap.
All right. I'm still ritualing.
Okay. Alright, Lefriga. Lefriga is going to move over to Bracken, and pick him up, and do you trust me?
I'm just gonna look up with some big bunny eyes. I don't know if I can say nothing.
You can't speak, but you can probably nod your head or something.
Not just a big bunny eye, just like something from an ASPCA commercial. Just real sad big bunny eyes.
Alright, I'm gonna take that as a yes, and Lefriga takes Bracken is gonna throw him horn first, and
Hell yeah.
so... yeah, that's gonna hit, for, why don't I have you roll me the Almirage's horn damage? That'll be 1d4, and you can add 3.
So 4.
4 points of damage. Great. And then, if you could, I want you to make me a dexterity saving throw. You have a +3.
With a +3, that's a 29.
No, it's based off the Almirage, so you have a 19.
Oh.
The 19's enough. As you are thrown by Lefriga and strike against Iseline, you're able to scramble onto her shoulders so you don't fall. And that'll be it for Lefriga's go. And Iseline, he's holding concentration on polymorph, so that'll limit a few things of what she can do. Alright,
Hey, what's up?
so Iseline is going to do he's gonna do a firebolt, at Lefriga.
Don't shake your head at me. I'm trying to be
I'll
relatable.
shake my head at you if I want.
That is a successful hit
Don't you
against Lefriga.
Judge me.
And he'll take that amount of damage as Avi. It's your turn.
Let's no. Dragons are rabid, that won't help. Let's yeah, can I get a wisdom save? DC 18.
That will be a 19.
So she'll take half of 36 psychic from.
Okay. Anything else from Avi?
Nope. Oh wait, hold on. I'll give a bardic to Lefriga. He's the only one that can help.
Alright, so Bardic for Lefriga.
Bardic for Lefriga.
So, since Iseline is now bloodied, she's going to tap into one of her special legendary actions and
No.
cause
Just
a
like that, huh?
bit of chaos around Avi. Avi, can you roll for me a D100?
Oh, of course. That's a 19.
I need you to roll for me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I can do that. I'm good at that. That's a 27.
Beautiful. You don't slip in the grease that pools at your feet from the chaotic magic that was released around you.
Oh, good. Thank
You're
you.
gonna make me grease.
Hey, it is Olcus's turn, and not understanding what's going on, really, just gonna do what he's good at, releasing arrows at the problem.
Forgot Elkis was here.
It's okay.
He's been real quiet.
Yeah. Has he been shooting this whole time?
Yeah.
Sorry to that man.
Just crit.
God, love him. Bless his
He's
heart.
he
Sorry.
hits on one, and misses with the other.
Sorry to that man.
Does minimal damage on the one that he hits with. Bracken. You are an Almirage.
Yes, I am. I'm gonna get ready to get launched again and just kind of
You're on her.
sniffing. Yeah.
You
Wait,
can't be. You're on Isleen. You're on the target.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go for a headbutt then.
All right. You've got
Or
a
a
plus.
horn attack. Or...
Yeah, you got a +5 to your attack roll.
Oh, I just rolled damage. Never mind. Haha. An 8, 13.
13, unfortunately, is not enough.
Oh, okay, cool. Do I get multi attack?
No.
Are El Mirages cool?
No.
Oh, they're lame as fuck. Okay, cool.
They are a they are a challenge 0 creature. You get 10 XP
interesting.
from them.
Oh, so an upgrade for Bracken.
Cecil,
Alright.
Cecil, it's your turn.
Cecil is sappy.
Yeah,
and
you're
doing a
sapped.
ritual.
Alright. Our layer action is going to go and this will not affect Avi or Alkis. But I will have Cecil and Lefriga, because Bracken is out of range for this, need to roll Constitution saves.
27.
Cecil, you're fine. Lefriga, however, is poisoned.
Oh no.
Never gonna know.
Lefriga, really doesn't have much that he can do now that the ranged weapon he was planning on using is up there. He's gonna go and try and throw something, random from one of the desks up here. Disadvantage because poisoned, which means that it does not hit. And I don't think... Yeah, no. The Bardic wouldn't even help, so he's gonna hold on to that. Isleen is, however, gonna try and throw Bracken. Bracken, I'm going to ask you to make me either a strength or dexterity check. I will tell you that your strength modifier is -4 and your dex is +3.
It's a tough choice. With a +3, that's a 14.
14. Okay. 14 is enough. You just beat out the DC of her trying to grab you and throw you down. So, that's her action, bringing us to Avi. Your turn.
Alright. I can do things. Let's try and hit her with another sorcerer's first. It's a 22.
22 will hit.
Great. That's 16 psychic. And why don't we sink another 2 sorcery points and quicken spell a starry wisp.
Okay.
I like it. No, it's a 12.
12, unfortunately, is a miss. But, as your turn comes to a close, you would notice Iseline, has grown stiff in the air, and moments before she falls, Bracken returns to his, normal state, as she can't concentrate if she's dead. And she plummets down, and you are no longer bound to initiative.
I'm still doing a ritual.
What the hell was that all about? I turned into a rabbit or something.
Yep, you were cute at least.
Oh, I'm not cute now,
I'm gonna go see if Cecil needs any help.
Yeah, you do that.
Can I start cleaning up some of this sap that he's got all over him?
Yeah, for sure. As you're doing that, go ahead and roll for me an insight check, Avi.
25.
If Iseline's dead, you probably don't need to continue with this ritual, but you can let Cecil continue if you'd like.
I'd like to.
Okay.
Great.
You're doing great, Cecil. Just keep concentrating.
He's still going.
Yeah.
All right. I'll leave him to it and kind of do another, just one last once over, see if we can't find any more
All right.
evidence.
Okay, so you found the schematics. You found the meeting place between Kellerin, at a time. And then I know that you found something, Avi, but I don't believe I had it written down. What was it that you had found?
I don't remember.
All right, let me check my notes.
Please.
It'll hit me when I see it.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I don't think it was anything of dire importance.
Oh, you found the sigil keys. The runes for Lord Afrinvel.
That's right, that guy.
Yeah. Told you if I looked at it, it would hit me. So, Cecil, as your ritual, within a few minutes after the end of the fight completes, there is a brief glow, before the magic settles into its more dormant state.
Aha! I've done it.
Hey, great work, Cecil.
All right.
I
Sorry I
think.
couldn't help out there.
Oh no, it's fine. I took care of it.
Bracken, and everybody else, if you'd like to look closer at the schematics that Bracken had found, I will say it can be either an Arcana or an Investigation check.
21.
23.
Okay. It is a very detailed design, and that's really all that Bracken gets, is it's very detailed. For Avi and Cecil, however, looking further, you would see, and in your collaborations, notice how the magical and mechanical aspects playing together in something that you've seen before. This is how the salvation key is meant to work together in its composition. And you would also notice two signatures upon this schematics. Iselin, and in the same handwriting, XTG.
Who do you think that is?
Have we heard these names before?
Well, you know Iselin, but
Right, yeah.
yeah,
Sorry.
you're good. XTG? No, that's something new to you.
Mm. I couldn't tell you. I'm sure we'll find out soon enough.
Um, and then I know Avi, you had mentioned looking for, doing a last round check.
Mm-hmm.
You do still have the third floor as well to the faculties that you haven't checked yet. Um, so, on the uh, second floor where you're currently at, I will ask for anyone who wants to do a last round, another investigation roll.
8.
15.
All right, Avi and Bracken. On one of the workbenches, you find detailed notes and workings in Eastlin's handwriting, you can assume, of the attempts to merge safely the Fey and Abyssal energies. And you'd also be able to see familiar names in these works. You see Kellerin for, and underneath the notes scribbled, reference for traditional ritual practices. And then the XTG again, and the note there is mechanical aspects of conduits.
I'll share that.
Is it a business?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
No clue here.
It was, what was the name of that? Something magical conduits?
Mechanical aspects of conduits.
Hmm.
Well, someone might be able to make sense of it, even if we can't.
Oh,
What's this
that's
guy? Letherga? Does Letherga know? Does this ring any bell to you?
Not particularly. Perhaps we'll find more information when we scout out that Kellerin's place. Or through him if we decide to go to the meeting.
right. I think that'd probably be the best way to go about it, you know? We know where he's gonna be.
We could also, if we go there, create a bit of a scout out. Watch him get frustrated when no one shows up. Follow him back.
That too. I like that. Let's bag all this up and make sure we keep it safe, and then next thing's to me.
Sounds good.
I can carry the bag.
That'd be wonderful, Cecil. Thank you.
Cecil, as you take hold of the bag, there's a sort of appreciative clap on one of your shoulders from Lefrega. Not Lefrega, from Ulcus. Now I'm forgetting Ulcus is there. Uh, uh, Good job on that ritual.
Thanks. When I got sapped, I almost lost concentration. We would have had to start all over, but thanks for having my back. And everyone else, too.
All right. So, with that, I'm assuming you're heading back to the safe house to rest up for the evening before going to the meeting.
Yeah.
Okay. When you get back, of course, Varin is there to welcome you. You also have Nixa back from whatever she was doing. And you have the evening to do as you wish. Whether that's investigating more of what you've taken out, doing research, reading for pleasure, just sleeping, it's up to you.
Cecil will look further into the stuff they got, see if there's any other clues, since they've got time and safety.
Roll for me an investigation roll.
3.
You're not able to find anything more.
Well, I'm trying still.
You are trying, that is correct.
And that meeting's the next day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone else want to take the time and look through this stuff? I wasn't able to find anything useful.
Yeah, I can take a look.
Alright, give me a further investigation roll.
17.
Alright, 17. The only thing that you're able to really kind of piece together from just the base knowledge without doing any further research outside of the papers that you have is the runic keys that you had found, the ones for the Lord Afrinville.
Right.
The strange thing is that the information you're finding doesn't really relate too much to the salvation keys from everything else. That seems to have been some sort of separate project for Iseline. But that doesn't mean that it isn't going to be perhaps extremely valuable should the nobility of Volumia be further entwined than what might be apparent.
Right. And did we already establish that we had someone like looking into nobility or like somebody keeping track of what's going on within that?
You could probably ask either Lefrega or Varin. Varin might have more, being, the head of the safe house here in Volumiant.
Mm-hmm. Um, obviously gonna just generally share that, this thing is more than likely separate from Salvation Key stuff, but still could be important. And then whoever's closest, Lefraga or Varin, um, will look into asking about nobility stuff.
Currently, Varin is the closest to you.
Mm. Hey, Varin.
Yes.
Do we currently have anybody keeping track of nobles in the city?
I guess that depends on what sort of information you're looking for. I have a general approximation of current ongoings within the city.
Right. Well, we've just come across a name of interest, and it could be something, it could be nothing, but if we can keep tabs on this person, this Lord, it's on the tip of my tongue. I just saw it. Afrinville. Um,
There
I can
is
tell.
immediate recognition on Varin's face. Lord Afrinville?
Mm-hmm.
That is quite odd.
Was it odd?
Well, he is currently the acting steward, ruling in place of the monarch.
Oh, is he now?
Yes, there was a tragedy quite recently. The king of the summer court was... well, he was assassinated. But, in the wake of his death, the queen was quite affected
Mm.
and actually abdicated the throne for room for her daughter. However, her daughter is not quite of age to rule yet.
Understood. So the man stepped up.
Yes, he is acting as a steward, a reagent, guiding
Mm-hmm.
the princess while handling things more officially.
It's quite kind of him. Um, okay. Now I don't really want too many eyes on it. Is there a possibility that we could get somebody watching him from a distance just to get, comings and goings, people he's talking to? Nothing too serious.
Well, we can certainly try. Now, he will have lots of figures that he's interacting with as a running of the kingdom, but
Right.
yes.
I mean, like outside of that, because if he's connected in any way, we need to know.
I will certainly do my best to organize
Alright.
such ongoings.
Well, thank you. That's a big help.
Do you have any further inquiries or investigations or insights you want to try and figure out before taking your rest and preparing for the meeting?
Not I.
I'm good.
All right. Then you all can press your long rest buttons. And if there are any special preparations you'd like to do before the meeting, I'd like to hear them. even if you don't plan on actually meeting with Kelleran and just following him.
Yeah, I think I'm good to go. We're just kind of staking the place out and
That's
waiting to follow him, no?
what I'm more comfortable
Yeah.
with, Orcus will say.
Staying sneaky.
I like it. We're covert. Feels
Then,
like one of them missions that's impossible.
gosh, dang it. So you're gonna give me the giggles again.
Sorry.
Yeah, you guys are able to head out onto the streets of Volumian, and with the note, you make your way to the meeting area. I'll ask for either stealth or insight to find a good hiding spot, a nice position for your stakeout.
I rolled a 23 inside.
Rolled an 8.
Cecil, you, there's no good place here at all. Bracken, with a 13, you find a few areas where you could probably hide, but definitely not everybody. But Avi, you find a place that, gives you a clear view, of where the meeting will happen and doesn't really, draw too many eyes into where you'd be staying.
Great. Then I'll corral everybody over there.
All right. Then, as you all wait, I'll ask for perception checks.
Checks of the perception variety. Oh, I don't like that one.
Bracken, something has your attention. Would you like to describe what it might be?
Yeah, so my guess is that Bracken, while he's hanging out, saw a wild rabbit like hopping along, and it kind of brought him back to the whole living as a rabbit in that small time. He was like, man, that was really weird. He can't shake that feeling of wildlife and fey trickery, frankly, that he lost a little while ago.
We need to get Bracken some sort of magic item that lets him turn into an Almirage once a day.
No.
Get him into the bunny form and get his little hamster wheel, and he'll
Yeah.
be good to go.
I'm just now imagining. We got you a magic item, and it's Avi has just sewn a little Almirage suit for Bracken,
So cute.
a la Christmas
Yeah,
Story.
that's
rabbit
where
suit.
I was going.
I love it. That has to happen, actually.
I'll give you just
Like,
enough
Make a
downtime
this
for that.
Just when you're on sober.
Let me make a note.
Oh my goodness.
I need to hit the Joanne down here.
The
In
fantasy Joanne's.
The Yoan fabric.
It's,
Johan
it's
fabric.
fantasy, so Joanne's is still a thing. Okay.
Because when I think a land of mysticism and fantasy, I think Joanne fabrics.
Hell
Well,
yeah.
other people think Costco, so.
Well, I'll tell you what, I better be a Joanne's and not a Hobby Lobby, because I don't want none of that.
We don't play that here.
Yeah, no, I don't either. Should have been them. So-
You heard it here first.
Wildewitch says, fuck Hobby Lobby. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, what's up? We're coming for you.
Oh my goodness. So while that's happening, Cecil.
Yes.
You would see a figure sort of standing in a singular space for an extended amount of time, eventually turning to pacing. A figure about on the order of maybe 6 feet, maybe a few inches taller, dressed in fairly simple robes, but you can see that they are perhaps well made even from this distance, perhaps very expensive.
Cecil's gonna kind of give a little light elbow to everybody and just kind of gesture towards, hey, I think that's our guy.
Good work,
Yeah.
Cecil.
Yeah. You see a pale, almost blue skin, and his hair is stark white. And as you are watching, he eventually becomes so frustrated before he begins to leave, no longer pacing in that space, but actually walking elsewhere.
He left, or he is leaving.
He is leaving.
Oh, we gotta go.
Yeah, we're on.
Go, 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 go.
All right. Keep
Stealth
a safe
rolls.
distance. See that little meter in the top corner of the screen? Don't let it get red.
In lieu of a
29.
stealth roll, may I cast invisibility on myself?
You can.
Yeah.
I cast
Cecil is
counterspell.
invisible.
You can.
I
Alright.
won't do
Break
that
his
to you.
concentration.
I will still ask for a stealth roll from Cecil, in case you are heard rather than seen.
That's a 12.
Okay. I will keep your rolls in mind.
I'm sure you will.
Do have to roll stealth for Lefriga and Olcus. Damn, Lefriga.
Rolled natural 20, right?
No. He's about as bad as he is in the other Burning Veil group. Slightly
Yep.
better.
Hey, don't be mean to Lefriga.
I'll be mean to Lefriga if I want.
No. I won't stand for it.
Maybe you'll sit for it.
I guess I will.
No, alright. As you're walking, I believe Avi's only the one that has the highest insight for this. Oh no, Bracken's insight is pretty good. Avi and Bracken, as you guys are walking, keeping a safe distance behind this guy, you would notice that his body language tenses. You might be aware that he is being followed, but is trying to play it off.
It might just be me, but I think he knows.
Well, it can't be us. I mean, maybe somebody else is following him, but
It's
we're
such
pretty good.
a nice evening in Volumia, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to choose not to comment on that, Lefriga says.
But you could if you want, because we're just having pleasant conversation, Lefriga.
Yeah. We might go get a soft pretzel or something because we're a group of friends
Just
enjoying
out on the
this
town.
evening stroll.
Out
Yep.
on the town in the evening time.
Right, no, I understand. I'm just saying that, I have preferred evenings where it was actually evening and not,
Wow. All right,
eternal
Whoa.
afternoon.
You
I'm
know,
sorry we don't fit your time schedule.
I can't believe you're being such a sourpuss on our vacation to Volumian.
Do you know how hard Avi works for this vacation?
No,
You're
My
here just
fingers to the bone, Lefrica,
dunking on it.
for all of you.
Just blowing it up.
No one can see, but Cecil's doing hands on hips, just going back and forth, looking at everybody.
Still following the dude too, right?
oh yeah, I'm assuming that this is a walk and talk
Mhm.
situation.
Yeah.
I'm
Just
assuming you
trying to
don't.
get
That
him off
means
of
you
our.
don't want to get churros, huh? Volumian.
I'm definitely not buying, troll fingers. I'll tell you that right now.
Volumian troll fingers.
You hear a tiny gasp from nowhere.
Yummy. You don't get any of that though.
No, I'll take his share. That was Ulcus.
Are
You
you
can
enjoy-
have his share, Ulcus. I'll
Are
buy
you
you
enjoy-
extra.
Yeah, are you enjoying the evening stroll, Hocus?
Yeah. Of course, I'm
Thank
enjoying
you.
the. I'm native mostly to Vildefera. I've seen all sorts of areas.
Oh, this
Mhm.
is it. It is nice.
Careful
Avi's
now.
just glaring at Lefriga.
You're trolling on troll finger territory here.
Oh goodness. So
Trying to get him off our scent. We're just a dysfunctional family dynamic.
Hey, sometimes it's an elf, a kender, an invisible gnome, and then two other whoever the hell's
Just guys.
guys, just homies. You know, that one and the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you dare blow my cover.
Hat. I like. It's just a floating triangle.
That's not how invisibility works.
No, everyone knows gnome hats are immune to magic.
No.
Whatever, for better or worse, whatever that means. Which
Oh.
means if you catch a fireball with a gnome hat, it cancels out
no.
the.
So
I don't make the rules.
yeah, you guys. I'll ask for a performance roll. This will be a group roll.
How about that?
Oh my
You like that?
Cecil is exempt from the roll.
You like that? That's good.
Can I take some of those points?
It's a group roll, so it's gonna be everyone's combat combined.
Well, a 35 is pretty good for stars.
A 35, and I'm saving money on troll figures. This is great. This is the best day
This is
ever.
incredible.
Damn, Lucas
What
got
a day.
15, which is good for him. Lefriga, sourpuss that he is, only got a 6.
Well,
Shocker. Yeah, keep stomping those feet. You're really making a point.
I'm not, but thank you for.
That's you right now.
I fear that I am more mature than that.
don't worry. I'm gonna get you troll fingers anyway.
Thank you.
You're only
welcome.
reinforcing his bad behavior.
Hush it.
Yeah.
I'm
Send you to bed without dinner.
fairly certain that I'm older than you, Bracken.
Yeah, what's that got to do with anything?
As
That's
Lefriga
what I
pinches
thought.
the bridge of his nose, the gentleman you are following, Kelleran, seems to ease up a bit. Still wary, it seems, but perhaps not as tense. And you were able to follow him throughout Volumian. to an area where I'm going to have you ask. No, I'm going to have you. I'm going to ask you guys to make me perception rolls. Bracken misses this, but Avi and Cecil, the two of you would notice in some of the tighter corners where it's been a little harder to follow at Kelleran's path at your cautious distance. But even as a challenge, you've been able to do so. The two of you would notice where you don't see Kelleran, you do notice where the sound of something closing and a nearby grate on the ground in front of a mausoleum is.
He's bamboozled us.
You think he went in there?
He's gone underground.
Shoot. Should we follow him?
I think that's what we're doing, no?
Okay.
What
Cecil
if?
will invisibly
And
lift.
hear me out here.
I'm listening.
What if
Already
we
trying to pull
send-
the grate up.
What if we send the invisible guy after him and we follow the invisible guy topside and try to catch him wherever he pops up?
Yeah, totally. But I'm not letting Cecil go by himself. So
I could maybe do it.
Also, casting a spell, even through a magical item, will break invisibility. If you planned on utilizing the message rings.
Don't like that. That's not fun.
So we're following. We're gonna go in.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to pull it up.
Give me a athletics check, Avi.
Yeah, totally. That's a 3.
You are trying
let me help you with that.
so hard, and it's like
I
it's
really
barely
am.
coming up.
The glue trying to hold this family together.
Bracken's a little
Athletics.
distracted.
Sorry, with an athletics check, that would be a 15.
15. Great. So, Bracken, you help and it gets further up, but then you start thinking about like the plan and offering that, and so it slides down a bit. And Cecil comes in, and between the work of all three of you, you're able to open and see that there is actually a ladder that leads down into what looks to be catacombs.
Hell
You
yeah.
turned into a ladder.
Cecil sliding down.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
wait, no,
go
that
in
was
after
dumb. All right,
Cecil.
let's just go.
So, at this point, I'm going to ask for survival rolls to see if you can pick up on Kelleran's trail.
I'm so good at that.
1,000,000.
Big 6.
Alrighty. Cecil, you are able to see where among the dust and other subterranean aspects, there seems to be some fresh dirt. Not a lot of it, but enough to make a small trail.
Cecil whispered. And pull Avi's pants or dress in the direction. This way, this way. I got a trail.
Got it.
And then Cecil's little feet little pitter patter off into the distance.
This way.
Okay. With series of, strategic tugs and thumps, our invisible gnome. How long does invisibility last?
1 hour.
Okay. Yeah, you're still invisible for the most of this. Begins to lead you through the catacombs and brings you further and somewhat sloping down into deeper levels to to the point where the bones that you see in the alcoves begin to deteriorate more and more until all that's left is the offerings that they were buried with. And as Cecil's invisibility ends, it is at what looks to be a old keep that was either built into the subterranean or sunk down and has now become a ruin, hidden underground.
Well, this definitely looks like the place someone might hang out. That's up to no good.
Certainly does. Did we know that this was here? Anybody know?
This didn't come up in any of my researching into this city and realm.
We went through
Thought you knew.
some of those catacombs looked really old. Maybe it's just forgotten.
Perhaps.
Well, we're gonna push on.
Yeah, let's see who's home.
Let's do it.
As you move closer, you notice that there are carvings into the walls, very intricate. And they seem to hum with some latent power.
We ought to be careful now.
You think these are magically trapped?
Can any of us check that?
I can. I think. Detect. No, not detect.
Oh, wait.
Wait. Detect magic. Yep. I'll cast detect
You
magic.
got it? Okay.
I got it. Don't worry about it.
Oh. As you cast the detect magic, you see that magic radiates from the walls, but it's not quite as bright as you have seen magic before. With your passive insight, leads you to believe that this is perhaps old magic remnant from when this was first created. You don't know that it might be still active. It just seems to be present.
Yeah, no, it's just kind of there. You know? It's real old.
Maybe that's a good sign for us then.
Maybe. I'll take a few steps forward and just, see if anything happens.
As you take a few steps forward, with your detect magic still up, you would notice something. While the walls seem to be a dimmer presence of magic, as you get closer to the door, notice a bright presence of abjuration in the actual doorway.
Can I dispel it?
For sure.
Yeah, I'll cast spell magic.
All right. As you cast dispel magic, the abjuration diminishes until it is gone.
Great. We're good.
What do you think it was?
Could have
Some
been
magic.
anything. Could have been a lock. Could have been a big boom. Could have been an alarm. It don't matter. It's gone now.
Awesome. That's what we like to hear. All right. Cecil's leading the way.
A lot
Oh,
harder to
secret.
track Kellerin in this space because as you cross through the front door, while the outside was absolutely ruined, the inside seems to be quite modern, developed to be comfortable living.
I don't think he likes neighbors or visitors.
Quite unexpected to find it here in this state.
Can I look around and see if there's any signs of him moving through this, or
I mean, it looks to be well lived in, and it's clean, so it's harder to see that anyone has traveled through here by way of
recently?
footsteps, or footprints on the ground. But go ahead, give me an investigation check.
Okay. Yeah, let's use obvious. So obvious is better.
Bracken, this just looks like, a lot of the fancier places you've stayed at, multiple
Yeah.
rooms that seem to have no real meaning at all. But
Obvious empty spaces.
but between the rest of the group, particularly Avi, it does seem to be like someone's personal dwelling, especially with arcane ties. For the 10 minutes that you have dispel, or not dispel, detect magic up, you're able to see quite a few areas that have magic that radiates them.
Mm.
Particularly abjuration and I need to check one spell. Abjuration and evocation in some areas. The evocation deeper further into the spaces.
Gotta be careful about what we touch in here.
All right, hands to ourselves then.
All right, if you say so.
If I see that my detect magic has gone down, I will recast it.
Yeah, for sure.
And anything we come across that looks exploding, evocation-y, I'll dispel it.
So, as you come to one of the potentially explodey one, you try your dispel magic, and it doesn't seem to work.
Well, shoot, that didn't work.
That's strange, though, right?
Yeah. What is it? What is it on?
It's in a doorway.
In a doorway. Hey, I should say that we shouldn't go through that door, but my gut is telling me that it's important that we go through that door. But it's got evocation magic all over it,
Mm,
and I can't
it
get rid
wouldn't
of
for
it.
no reason. Well, that's curious. Should we open it?
Yeah,
Who wants to?
I'll go for it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You sure?
Bracken will kick open the door.
It might explode you.
Booga.
So, as Bracken, you gotta kick open the door. Firstly, you notice that it is a pull door.
Hence the kick.
Right. So it strikes, and there's a little bit of like a wiggle, but it doesn't actually break.
What if I kick it like extra hard?
Mm-mm. You gotta open it the other way, but
Bracken will sigh and a little defeatedly try to pull open the door.
It's unlocked, so it opens easily, and you see further. It seems to lead to another hallway that leads further into the ruins here. The well-furnished ruins.
After everybody.
The evocation is still present, Abby.
I don't know. It's still there.
Well, maybe it's one of those other effects that you mentioned.
No, like the old stuff. No, this isn't old.
Well, maybe you said it was like an alarm or something.
That's not evocation.
Oh, sorry, I'm still new with the magics.
I know. It's fine.
It's all mumbo jumbo make believe anyway.
Bracken, why don't you go through the door
Okay.
after making that
Bracken start
comment? Go on.
Walking. Bracken start walking through the door.
As Bracken tries to walk through the door, getting right to the doorway where the space is open, Bracken, you, with your confidence,
Fall over dead, right?
no, you slam into something like a wall.
It's like they painted it or something.
I don't think we're getting through that door, and I'm not about to waste all my resources getting us
Bracken will
through
look
this
over
place.
at Avi with big puppy dog eyes.
No, get your eyes out of here.
I know that I'm not the best with the magic stuff. I know a simple amount to keep me alive out there, but if it's anything like setting up traps, you typically don't set a lot of them when you have one pretty good one to keep things away.
Yeah, all right. Can I try to dispel it at a higher level?
I would
Can
say
I make an insight check first?
I will say that with your previous knowledge from
Uh-huh.
having tried it before, it seemed to not react to the magic at all, where you've had previous interactions where your dispel faltered and failed because it was not powerful enough. This seemed to just not work at all.
Right. Is there a way to figure out how to get past it?
I'd say Arcana or Insight.
You know which way I'm going. That's a 31.
You had seen that Bracken walked face first and was not able to pass through. Which makes you think that the act of physical interaction is going to fail. But if you could get maybe metaphysical through aspects of magical transportation or whatnot, you might be able to bypass it.
I can see through the doorway, no?
You can see through the doorway.
Okay, shadow portal.
Mm.
This way.
Bracken will walk through the shadow portal.
Cecil will follow.
As do Lefrica and Orcus. So, you all bypass the strange invisible wall to get past it, and while most of this area is dark, I would say that Avi and Cecil are able to see this. There is down this new hallway, there is a turn that you can see the smallest change in the light of the darkness here.
I missed it. I'm sorry.
You can see that down a corner in this new hallway that you're in, it's mostly dark, but you can see down that corner a shift in that. It's barely perceptible from where you're at, but perceptible enough.
There's something up ahead.
I don't think it's this way.
I'm gonna
Quiet
ask
down.
for a stealth roll.
So good at stealthing.
Just a 5, so a 15.
Natural 20.
Hell yeah!
Ooh,
I rolled a 10.
like the shadows.
Like the shadows.
God damn, Orcus.
Do I have a thing though that I can like? I'm pretty sure I'm thinking about a different character.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have your group's rolls, and as you creep forward and turn the corner, you would see what is causing that change in the light. A door, slightly ajar, with light spilling out from it.
That makes it slightly ajar. It's either a jar or a door.
Get out.
I love you.
That certainly looks interesting.
It'd be a big old trap as soon as we open it.
Almost certainly.
Well, if we know it's coming, then technically we're the trap for the trap.
You want to open this door, the tin bracket?
I'll be happy to if Bracken will go open the door.
Bracken swings open the door. I'm imagining like full T-pose for dominance in the open space.
Fist ready.
Fists at the ready. And we'll come back to that after a quick bio break. So we will be back in a few minutes to continue with what is in this room. Alrighty, so as we come back, Bracken, full fists up, opens the door, and there you see Kellerin. And he turns and quickly goes to grab for a staff. You see this crystal as ice blue as his skin, resting atop of it. It is almost definitely some sort of arcane staff. Do you guys do anything as he reaches for this?
Well then. That's no bueno. Can I not do that?
Can I direct the sorcerer's burst at his hand?
Sure.
Well, you know what? Let's not do that. A starry wisp.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
Ooh!
Definitely is going to hit his hand.
So 24. No. I don't know. You do the math.
You gotta say math.
I don't wanna.
Okay.
Yeah.
As he is going to grab it, just before he wraps around, your Starry Wisp strikes and he pulls back, holding the hand now to him, taking a few steps back, actually, because of the pain.
I slipped. Sorry.
Slipping into casting a spell. Not the first time I've heard that.
Oops.
So, who sent you? The Night Court?
We're here
Pretty
on
good.
our own.
Yeah, I don't think anyone sent us.
What do you want? You want to steal my artifacts, my research?
No, we just want you to stop working on the salvation key.
Well, now that you bring it up, I kind of want to steal that stuff, but
No, we don't. We don't want to steal that stuff.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Salvation. No.
Roll me an intimidation check.
I'd love to. Do good. Do good. It's an 11.
So you're enemies of Cariante, then?
Former colleagues. More recent. Betrayees.
We go way back.
Well, yeah.
We have history.
I wouldn't go so far as enemy, though.
I refuse your request.
Then we gotta kill you.
Well,
Roll me another intimidation check.
Okay.
that's what
do
the
good,
lady
do
says.
good, Do good. Do good.
Can I
No,
provide
it's worse.
assistance?
It's a 10.
I'll say you have help from Bracken's, I'm assuming Bracken's playing the thug here.
General muscle
Oh,
demeanor.
I rolled another 10. In Avi's defense, she's not very threatening looking.
Maybe you
She's
guys
not
need
saying
to...
it. She's not saying it very threateningly. It's just threatening. What she's saying is threatening.
Maybe you guys need to do good cop rather than bad cop here.
I'm doing my best. I'm just laying it out for him. Whether he takes it at face value, that's his problem.
Now, you could always help us instead, of course.
That is also an option.
Doesn't that sound far less of a mess?
Go ahead. Roll a persuasion.
11.
I don't know that I want to help people that broke into my private areas and shot magic at my hand.
Well, I said sorry.
Lefriga steps forward and let's just place the cards on the table here. We're more than capable of killing you with whatever protections you may even have here. We are working towards a goal of stopping the Salvation Key and Cariante, so it may be within your best interest to consider what my companions are saying. I will let Avi and Cecil roll either persuasion or intimidation to kind of let those words of Lefriga's sink in. A moment passes. And another. Kelleran looks between all of you. He seems to be weighing the words that you have presented, that Lefriga has presented. Still holding on to the injured hand, flexing it every now and then.
I'm sorry.
Alright. I won't say immediately working with Cariante, but I'm willing to have a discussion so long as everyone remains civil.
Well, I think we can
can do
that,
that.
can't we, everyone? Yeah, we can remain civil, right?
Got one of those fancy bracelets that, like, makes my magic not work.
No.
Okay. I mean, I was just throwing it out there.
I
I'm
think
not
it
gonna
settles
hurt
one of
you,
those
but-
large exotic wild cats.
That's a very specific question. Also, no. Well then, allow me to take this somewhere less distracted. And he leads you from this space, which you can see is kind of a mess. There are all sorts of papers kind of strewn about, hung up on walls, some even on the floors. But he'll lead you not far, still within this darkened corridor that you had to pass through the strange magic to get to what looks to be a sort of private dining area with a small table, but there are enough chairs to comfortably seat everyone. As he waves his hand and through small magics lights up the different candles that are present.
Alright, let's start with the easy things. What has Kari told you about the Salvation Key?
There is not much that I am aware of. I do not know what the intended outcome is of this design, which has made my involvement very frustrating. She's only
Understandable.
asked me to figure out how to create conduits, a blending of magical and mechanical to stabilize the blending of Fey, shadow, and abyssal energies.
Oh, that's that thing that we found. I don't remember what it was, but I do remember something about that. Okay. Um. Well, I can't tell you the intended outcome of it, but I can tell you pretty confidently what will happen.
Well, if we are being civil, you are welcome to share the information freely.
If the Salvation Key is built, it will destroy this world.
That will certainly make things difficult.
I would say so. I don't know what kind of person you are, um, but any decent person would hear that and clean their hands of whatever it is you've been doing for.
Well, the problem is that it is not just myself working towards these endeavors.
Mm-hmm.
I had my own associates that I was tasked with. Arianthe herself had to find help.
We're aware. We're kind of working through that list.
I don't know what information you've had, but I know that Arianthe sought an outsider as well. A figure much older, probably bet immortal.
Any idea where?
No, he just mentioned a colleague that she was meeting with. Roll either insight or history. Avi, Cecil, this could be in reference to Wicrian Coravis, a devil that was parading as a professor.
Okay. We might know who you're talking about.
I might have had a vision of them.
We might have been in close proximity to that person.
They're working on this as well.
Mm-hmm.
Another one, perhaps.
Well, as I said, I was only working on a small portion now. The conduits.
Mm.
I was only even working on part of that. The arcane aspects of it. I'm not much for the more mechanical aspects. That was the work of the engineer.
Who's that?
I'm not too sure. Went by XTG.
Seen the name.
Yes, figure from perhaps the Engineers Guild or something. They're known for creating an anonymity between those contracted under them.
Did we have a contact in the Engineers Guild?
You You had a potential one, but I don't believe you actually followed through on that.
Uh-huh. Okay. It's worth looking into.
It will be quite difficult. The Engineers Guild is fairly closed off from my experience.
Heard. We'll figure something out. We have to.
We always do.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you desire of me?
I don't believe so.
It's J.E.
Hey, bud.
Well then, allow me to escort you from my home.
Sorry again. I'll give him a bit of healing. How about that? I didn't do that much damage, did I?
You
It
did
was
about
a-
29.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, that should be enough.
Like, just, like, the flexing hasn't stopped, but it has become a little lesser. And then during one of them, you cast the healing spell, and as he flexes, there's no longer that wince, and he looks down, looks to you, closes the hand into a fist and puts it behind him. Thank you.
I meant it when I said I was sorry.
Yes, follow me.
Mm.
And as he leads you, you come to that doorway that you couldn't get through before, and you would notice that as he holds up the hand that you didn't strike, a gem seems to glow on the ring that he wears on his pointer finger, and as he points at the door, this beam of energy strikes against it, and he begins to walk through.
Ooh, mark that down. Mark that down. You could do that, right?
We got past it just fine. I don't think we're gonna be breaking in here again.
Yeah, you never know.
No. I do know. Stop that. Stop. No troll fingers.
Ah.
So, as you're escorted out, he brings you to the door, and if you find your way back down here, next time, please, just alert your presence. We'd hate for anything unfortunate to happen.
Is that a threat?
No.
I do procure various protections within my space, as I've been the target of many attempted robberies, we'll say.
No, not you.
Yes, well, I am quite talented and my work highly respected.
No. Certainly glad it hasn't gone to your head.
I trust that since you found your way down here, you can find your way back.
We'll be fine. Thank you.
And with that, very awkwardly, he turns and, like, just goes back inside.
I don't like that guy.
He's not great.
How quick is he gonna raise the alarm on us?
I don't think he will.
Yeah, I don't think
I'm not sure it matters. Kari knows what we're doing.
Oh, yeah. She knows. We gotta find this guy.
We do know that this XTG is now some sort of engineer.
Mm-hmm. We have to find him. We'll figure it out.
We have a direction that we can direct our searches in further, so let us make our way back and proceed further.
Can't be late for dinner.
Sparring would have our heads, I'm sure.
You kidding? He about laid me flat when I was trying to get out of there.
Yes, well, he's very, particular, we'll say.
You don't say.
So, your group is able to exit. I'm gonna ask for a survival check from the group, just to see how well you're able to make your way back.
So good at it. 12.
Oh,
Yeah, you guys make your way back fairly easily. Now it's still long just because of, distance. But you don't get lost or tripped up or anything. You find the same ladder you descended. You can ascend it now. And make your way through Volumian. Back with some time to prepare for dinner. It's not right at dinner time, so if you'd like to wash up from the day, you're able to do so.
Yeah, we were just running through icky catacomb.
Sewers.
Making sure Bracken washes his hands.
They're not
Yeah.
sewers. They're just dead people.
yeah, all the bacteria is gone. They're too old.
Mm-mm. That is not how it works.
Fine, and Bracket will be there just kind of.
Ulcus calls up. Don't forget the soap.
You shut up.
Count to 20.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
Normally.
1,
Tell him
2,
to get
3,
under his
4, 5,
nails.
6, 7, son of a. You shut up. Everyone's all invested in my hand washing all of a sudden.
Well, you don't usually do a good job. We're just trying to help.
Wow.
Hey.
Wow.
Turn it into that unicorn rabbit again.
I can't do that.
Why not?
It's not magic that I can do.
Oh.
I wonder if Varin can do that.
We should ask. See if he can also make a big hamster ball for him.
Okay, that's a bridge too far.
Oh, come on! You loved that little ball.
Yeah, I don't need to stack them. It's one or the other.
You have your little bunny legs, and it'll work a lot better.
I don't think so.
I need to get another, sphere for Bracken to be put in. So,
The enrichment sphere.
the enrichment sphere.
The sensory sphere. When he's overstimulated.
When he gets the zoomies.
So, yeah, you guys are able to wash up for dinner. You have whoosh.
Who are you, my dad?
Like it's a southern thing. I don't know what to tell you.
It's like a southern midwestern. It's
Yeah.
Georgia does it, and I don't do none of that. That's none of my business. I don't think. Whatever.
You ain't
Anyway,
never done worst?
I no. I wash myself. I'm a civilized part. Go on now, wash yourself in the basin.
Go wash
Dinner
up.
time.
Yeah.
Using one of them washboards on myself.
Wash rag. So no, you guys are able to wash up, and when you come down, you know, dinner's being set on the table, family style, as is Varen's prerogative. Everyone can pass around the bowls and plates and whatnot. And it's a fairly simple setup. You've got some chops of some animal, probably pork, maybe a Fey equivalent of it. Roasted vegetables, some mashed potatoes, and there is a sort of apple compote for the pairing with the meat.
Bracken will shout out.
So will Avi. Maybe not taking as much. She's not like a. She picks at her food.
If Varen notices, he does not seem to mind.
Well, that's fine. That's just how she eats.
Yeah. He's just glad you're here.
I'm sure.
Nixa would also be present, as well as a few other Order of Fates design members that are currently residing within the Volumanth safe house. There's not many. Probably with you three, Lefrica, Olcus, Varen, Nixa, that makes, what, 7? A total of 10 people here.
That's a full table.
It's a full table. And Varen's sitting at the head of it.
I love that for him.
Yep. There are small conversations that, you know, are going around the table. It's a nice, pleasant evening. Well, if there's anything you'd like to do after dinner or during, feel free to present it. But other than that, you've got a pleasant meal.
If someone wanted to. Oh, go ahead. You go first.
Oh, Cecil was gonna ask Avi if she had the. Do you have the magical ability to spy on someone?
Like scrying?
Yeah.
Might have the ability to do so, but it is not something that I have looked into.
Okay. I can't shake the thought of that Carabas guy in that vision I had. Because I think he was working on a salvation key too.
Like a separate one or the same one?
Well, I'm not sure which is better or worse, but it makes me think that if there's more than one in all of the different planes, what would happen?
Right. And it's not like he doesn't know what he's doing. He had all those notes.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look into it.
Cool.
Okay.
It's just very concerning if they fire one of those off in each of the different planes.
No, I know.
I don't like that Faye's smiling.
Doing things weird.
You think I'm either saying things weird, I'm typing things weird, now I'm smiling weird?
It's
That's
just
correct.
you.
You need to stop.
I'm just...
Thanks, Avi.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, thank you,
Um,
Rob.
if one wanted to spend the night elsewhere, like at the Face Design headquarters, is that something possible? If they were to return promptly in the morning?
Yeah.
Great. Alfie's going towards the portal.
Don't spend too long in Vale of Oxa. Time's weird over there.
I won't. I'll be back. But as soon as I wake up, I'm coming back.
Lefriga just goes back to reading.
What, you want me to set like an alarm or something?
No, I trust you.
Alright. Then quit acting like my mama. Sorry. Here, have a troll finger. I'm out of there.
Did you pick up?
I, I just have them in my bag. I'm trying to get rid of them.
Bites into it and it's stale like a pretzel.
Yeah.
Well,
Handing
that's...
them out like Werther's Originals over here.
Yeah.
But yeah, as long as you go through the stuff with Zephyr, you're
I always
I know,
do.
yeah, you're good. You're gold.
I'm like teacher's pet with that one. But
Yeah.
I go and spend the night with Ron, and that's
She
it.
yeah, she holds you tight. She enjoys having you there. Anyone else doing anything?
Bracken's a little
Cecil-
tuckered out.
Cecil's still digging through that stuff, even though it ends up being futile.
Go ahead and roll for me. Roll for me another investigation check, Cecil.
9.
Yeah, it's futile.
Hmm.
You know.
You just become extra familiar with the handwriting.
Fabulous.
Alright. As you all...
Bracken's just gonna go cuddle up with Terry and just get a good night's sleep.
Alright, yeah, you're able to go through the portal as well. Go through all the process with Zephyr. But you all can have your long rest, no matter where you sleep. And when you come to, and whether you make your return promptly or not, what is the plan as you all reconvene?
Okay, so it might not have been promptly. I might have had a little bit of breakfast with my boy, but then I came right back.
Alright, for sure.
I'm done spending all this time away from them. If I have a few minutes, I'm gonna take them.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I believe we need to hunt down this XTG person.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
we need to sort out this Engineers Guild stuff, because that's probably where we're gonna find them.
Do you think worth asking around.
I think it's worth going over there and seeing if we can't talk our way in. Uh,
Yeah, I think we'd be able to get in.
it's just
But
finding
I
a
mean, this
guy.
could be a code name, you know?
It could be.
Oh,
Even
there's
if we don't
no
get
harm in asking.
in, we can always ask the first person we see.
We could scope it out at least.
Sweet talk 'em.
Yeah. We're good at that. Well, at least one of us is.
I do my best.
Cecil's not looking at Bracken.
Yeah. Judge.
Should we head that way then?
Mhm.
Let us go.
We could know where this guild hall is.
No.
Hey,
Do you know where it is?
no, I've not needed to look into the location of the.
Listen, I thought you were just doing that thing where you ask us if we know where it is and you're withholding information. I don't know, you're all
Yeah.
up in my business last night.
You do it a lot.
Ulcus will speak up. I mean, I'm not
We think
really.
it makes you think you are smarter than us when you do that. Just letting you know.
Here, have another troll finger.
Yeah, have it. Thank you, Abby.
Instead of. I don't know. Whatever's going on with Lefrega. I know I'm not really one for like city hunting, but you know, maybe it is smart to kind of ask around, see if we can get at least a direction of where this society guild thing is.
Well, that's what I was planning on doing.
Okay.
Listen, okay, so you and me are on the same page.
Yeah, no, that wasn't like a despairing okay, that was like, you know, I'm not really good with the talking to people thing. I've kind of been on my
That makes you know, two of us. I'm not one of them. Well, let's get out there then. We'll figure it out.
all right.
Lefriga.
Just like a sigh through the nose from Lefriga.
I'm sorry, did you want another troll finger?
No, I'd rather like to keep my trim shape.
Yeah, okay.
So, when you are on the streets of Volumia, how are you approaching trying to find the Engineers Guild?
It's a great question. There's like a trades district, no?
There is, yes.
Great. Let's start there.
Okay.
And, you know, just start asking real politely. Anybody know where the Engineers Guild is?
Maybe a guard? Oh.
Looking for engineers.
Anyone wearing like overalls or goggles or
Plenty of
carrying
people
a
are
wrench?
wearing overalls or goggles. Not many of them together.
Uh, looking for a large collection of engineers.
I'll say roll for me a persuasion check, see if you can get
Alright.
anything out of people.
I gotcha. It's 29.
As you're asking around, most people are like, "Yeah, you and me both. I think we are all trying to find the Engineers Guild." Um, other people
Here,
are.
have a troll finger.
Do
um, other
do you feel the
people,
Everyone
engineers
gets
have a
it.
troll figure? Troll figure.
until it's depleted.
Until they're gone. Yes.
Um,
Get them out of my bag. I don't want them no more.
other people will sort of be like, sort of cautioning you away from asking too many questions. They don't seem to have the answers, but they seem very worried that you're asking these questions.
Mhm.
But eventually, you'd have someone older, gnomish looking, though the ears are much longer than any gnome you've seen on Veil of Mortalis. Probably has some Fey heritage, and seems to be chewing on a bag of mushrooms, popping them in like popcorn. You're looking for engineering skill. You're not gonna find them
Yeah.
in the city.
Where are they?
There's a mountain range just outside and in the hills of that area. That's where the society is.
You got a general direction?
He points in that way. Can't miss it. It's all gated up.
In that way. All right. Well, thank you. You've been such a big help.
And he just pops some more mushrooms in his mouth.
Do I have anything for you? No, he's got his mushrooms. He's fine.
As you are going to leave, Cecil,
Yes.
this old gnome stops you.
Yep.
Ugh. Yeah, can I help you?
He takes a bag of mushrooms and puts it in your hand. For the road.
What is this for?
It's for you.
Why?
It will help you.
With what?
Anything. Them's good mushrooms.
Anything. Oh, those are a party in a bag, bud.
I don't know you. And a bag of mushrooms doesn't seem like a normal thing to shove in the hands of a stranger.
It's from one gnome to another.
Can I insight check this guy?
Roll an insight
Can I
check.
that check?
Roll an insight check.
This is like a
Those
dude
is
riding up
drugs.
to you.
Those
Yeah,
is
it's
drugs.
like a dude riding up to you on a bike on a street
Faye-
and just going,
Phase
Hey.
with drugs.
"Hey man, you want some acid?" Just in a big trench coat.
With a 13 and a 22, he doesn't seem malicious. It is definitely odd, but he does seem to be thinking that he's doing some good.
Is he high?
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
Take the mushroom, Cecil.
Yeah, we could have a fun
Thanks.
afternoon on that.
Thanks for this. And then Cecil's going to put it in his bag.
You think drunk Avi's fun? High Avi's the best.
Guards! He has
As you call the
No.
guards over and they look and it's like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, okay. Hell yeah.
I love how progressive it is here.
Hey, yeah,
You're in Vale of Farah. I don't think
We
that
should-
there's too much to worry
Where
about
did they
that.
draw the line here?
We should get out to those mountains.
Yeah, you can start making your way out there.
Yeah, let's get stepping.
Great.
Maybe Lefrica could use some of those mushrooms.
Yeah, that'll calm them down.
Right, I am here and can hear you, Will.
Aware.
That's
So-
kind of the point.
Such a sourpuss.
Yo, troll fingers for you till you finish your drugs.
I don't have no more troll fingers. I gave them all away.
We'll get more. I
I
know
could
you.
buy more, definitely.
Yeah, I
but
know
don't know.
you.
I do know a person in the market where I got them.
Okay.
Got a troll finger supplier?
Hell yeah, I do.
You got a troll finger guy?
Yeah, it's called a
Yeah, they have-
bakery.
Yeah, they have a stand in the market, but there is a standalone bakery somewhere in Volumia. But I have to find it as soon as I remember the name of it.
It's probably somewhere in my notes.
Who knows? I think you just
Obvious
pulled up.
backstory.
Probably.
uh, you probably just pulled it up on Fantasy Name Generator.
Yeah, but I
I
do
guarantee
take notes
you.
of that.
They get it in stereo.
If I move to the left side of my mic and you move to the right side of your mic,
Your left or my right?
I don't know.
Goodness gracious.
I need one of those
ASMR
that,
me.
that has the. I need the microphone that has the ears on it. That I go like and take a tacky with it. Today we're gonna be looking at new shoes on the internet. Here's me typing on a keyboard.
All right.
Oh, that's a pretty good sale.
Mountain.
Yeah, as
To
you're
the
traveling, I need one person
Sorry.
out of the group. One person to roll me a survival check for your travel group.
I'll do it.
Dibs. Oh, okay.
Cool.
You know what? Let Cecil do it.
You know what? Since Brent wants to roll, Brent, just roll me a regular d20.
What about? Whoa! I agreed to a survival roll.
No, roll
Yeah, can we trade? Frank can do the survival roll. I'll roll a d20.
I rolled the 20.
You rolled a 3.
I rolled a 3. Yeah, I rolled the 20.
That's fine.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all gonna work out. We have Ulcus.
That's how many smooches we get from Olga.
That's right.
One for each of us.
Each. No. We get each.
Ooh.
Sure as hell ain't
Saves
getting
your
one from Lefriga.
Yeah, sourpuss.
Oh, you remember at the beginning of this when I said don't be mean to Lefriga? I won't stand for it.
Yeah, they are. Look at you.
Yeah, I remember.
It's crazy. It's crazy
Well,
how a bad attitude can
That
change habits.
was that was before he was an asshole, okay? I was just trying to make conversation and he's like, actually, no, it's not a good evening. Actually, it's always
Alright.
daytime here.
Yeah. As you are traveling, the ever-present daylight becomes dimmer as heavy cloud coverage begins to roll in. And you hear the thunder first before the rain comes. 'Cause, 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 The
Oh,
rain,
this is refreshing.
the rain as the storm moves in starts off no different than any other rainstorm, but as the storm progresses overhead, it becomes torrential. You can barely see ahead of you, and the water stings your skin where it pounds down.
This is fine.
As you look around, unfortunately, the space that you are traveling in is mainly open. Not much room for any sort of coverage to wait it out. I'm going to ask for a Constitution saving throw as you are traveling through this rain.
From each of us?
From everybody.
I'm gonna catch a cold. Never mind.
Alright, so this will affect Avi and Lefriga. As you are as you are traveling through, the water and the winds, and it all comes down and becomes very taxing. You each will gain 1 level of exhaustion for Avi and Lefriga.
I love it here. I think we need to slow down a little bit.
Are you sure? We'll be stuck in this longer.
Just a little. Just like maybe slow down like 5 feet per turn.
Okay.
That's a very strange way to word it, but all right, we'll slow the pace a bit.
All right, thank you.
There is relief on Lefriga's face as this is agreed to.
You're welcome. Don't say I didn't do nothing nice for you.
I wasn't. Why
Hey,
would I
we're in
say
this
that?
together. We're friends.
Yes, I understand that. I've
just
not
saying.
refuted that.
I'm just the one that spoke up. It's fine.
You were much quicker to it than I was.
Well, it's your turn next time. Deal?
Well, hopefully there's not a next time, but yes.
Deal? Thank
Yes!
you. Thank you.
Olga's in the back is just like, really? Are we doing this? Oh. Now, due to the rain and your travel roll, it is about 7 hours before you reach it to the hills. You can see the mountains in the distance, but you recall from the old gnome that the hills is where the entrance lies. But the rainstorm kind of moves off to the distance, and what would you like to do?
Best.
Avi shivered.
Ulcus is... How do I describe... Or not Ulcus, Lefriga. Lefriga's hair is, like, very vine-like, and seems very bloated after the rain.
Can I pull out of my sleeping arrangements a blanket to give to Avi?
Yeah.
And we'll do that.
That's so nice. Thank you.
I got you back.
Leverage, your hair looks beautiful.
It feels very heavy.
It looks voluminous.
It's kind of high.
I thank you.
Yeah, hey, just calling it like I sees it, and I can just moves right on.
You think we're getting any closer? Because if we can pretend like we're sick, maybe they'll let us in because they feel bad for us.
You don't immediately see any of the gates that were warned of, so
I'll start sneezing now.
Ulcus, I can run up to one of the hills, see if I can spot anything.
All right, be careful.
If I need help, I will scream.
That sounds great. Here, take this with you, and I'll give him a bardic.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Mhm.
So, Ulcus will slip away from the group.
Hey, Abby, this is probably a bad time, but do you have anything to repair bongos?
Not on me. I know we said that we would try and find a shop to fix them.
Alright, no worries.
I'm
We'll figure it out.
sorry.
I've still got one. I've
I,
got one bongo.
I, hold on. Do I? Or am I just proficient? Do I have? No, I don't. He's my lute. The backside of my lute is a drum if you want. Then you'll have two.
No, that's okay. I'll just eat a big meal and use my tummy.
That works too.
Is that a reasonable thing to say?
I don't know. Do you think
We'll
it's a
figure it out.
reasonable thing to say?
Not really.
Okay, then it's not. We'll get them fixed, I promise.
Thanks. We'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's a few minutes before Lefrica. Oh no, Ulcus. Man, I keep getting them mixed up tonight. They're just now one person. No.
Don't do that to me.
Ulfriga.
No. Although, get them together.
No, I know exactly where your mind went because my mind went there.
I'm today.
So,
You have the power.
I do have the
Make
power.
dreams come true.
Yeah.
So, as Ulcus returns, I've got news.
Mm-hmm.
I can see the gates.
Hopefully good.
Great.
It does seem, however, that that rainstorm put off a bit of direction.
How far off?
Maybe a few hours.
I'm awful tired.
It's definitely less than half a day, but you look like you need some sleep.
I feel like. Do you think you could find us a place to sleep?
Yeah, I can do that.
We
Okay.
can make soup.
I have the pot.
Yeah. We make a nice chicken noodle or something.
We just gotta find the water for it.
I'm sure between all of us we can have enough water. It's raining.
The rain's gone off.
Oh, it has. Okay. Well, it just rained, so surely the rivers and creeks in the area will be running.
You don't see any rivers
We
or
are heading towards
creeks.
mountains.
All the
Shake all the
water
trees.
hits.
Quick.
Yeah, all the water hits the mountain and it runs down, and then it'll
Damn.
come to us.
Ulcus is
hold on.
rolling really good tonight.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he just got a nat 20 for finding you guys a place to sleep.
Mm. He
Um,
found us a double tree. There's
No
a hot
tree.
cookie waiting for us.
no tree, but he is able to find a set of hills nearby that are close enough together that the little valley kind of has a protective cover. So you can like just sleep in a little cubby from the holes.
Great.
Hills.
Well, if you guys want to figure out soup and stuff, I'm just gonna sit down over here.
That's fair.
It's still wrapped up like a burrito.
Let me
Bracken will get to work on handling the food side of things. Best he can.
just check to see. Gallon of water. All right. Come on. Gosh dang it. Just doing some quick math here. I'd say with a combination of 3 water skins, which Ulcus will contribute, so just 2 other water skins, and whatever's in Lefriga's hair will be enough to make a gallon.
Hell yeah.
Gross. Let's do it.
So,
It's kind of hot.
hard to tell if Lefriga blushes any because, you know, his skin is semi-bark-like. But he does seem somewhat flustered.
Yeah.
He does not know how to respond to that.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm not looking for a response, just kind of, again, calling it like I'm seeing it.
So, as you stir the water, and the magic of the cauldron culminates, you get this very rich, creamy, chicken and wild rice stew with all sorts of vegetables chopped in it as well. And I'm assuming that you guys would like to do watches?
Yeah.
But not me. I'm sitting it out. I'm just gonna go sleep after I
Yeah.
eat.
Yeah, totally fine. Ulcus will take first watch.
I'll take last.
Sounds like I'm second.
And our 2 exhausted people can just sleep it off. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna roll a little rolly roll for Ulcus. He's continuing his good streak. So he's quite alert on his watch. Cecil. As we come to our second watch, you feel the shake of Ulcus, and alright, I didn't see anything during my watch. At least nothing of concern.
Good. Thanks for the handoff. Get some rest.
And as he goes to settle in, Cecil, go ahead, give me a perception roll.
It's a 24.
My app was being slow to load. Why don't you tell me what your 24 looks like?
Cecil's keeping the little camp in sight, and he's walking up between the two little hills that they're on, making sure nothing's sneaking up on one of the blind sides.
With a 24. You'd notice something in the far distance of the mountains, well beyond any threat, or you'd have to travel quite a distance to investigate this, but you see what looks to be some sort of figure climbing the mountains. And even from this distance, you being able to see them means that they are quite large, possibly a giant.
Are we talking like a mile away?
No, like, much further.
Oh, okay. Well, Cecil's gonna watch and make sure that their trajectory is not coming towards them, and won't wake anyone up, and he'll make another lap to the other side and then come back and make sure that they're still going away from the group.
Yeah, they seem to be, actually like climbing up one of the mountains, and when you do your lap and return, you no longer see the figure.
Got it. Then, yeah, they're good.
And your watch comes by to an end without any issue. Bringing us to Bracken.
Yeah.
Go ahead, roll me a perception roll.
A good old percepzione.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Cool. Bracken, what does your watch look like?
I didn't sleep too hot last night. I'm just trying to pack everything up and, get the leftover soup sorted and make sure everything's ready to go for the day. I'm not really paying attention to what's going on around us.
Okay. I will keep that in mind.
Yeah.
But your rest does eventually end, and you all complete your long rest. Those of you with exhaustion
Correct.
can remove that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm talking to you.
I'll take the credit.
I don't want you to have it.
Well, I took it.
I ain't giving it to you.
It's fine.
I'm gonna take it back.
I took
Make sure
it.
it gets to where it's going.
You're welcome.
If I could just wrangle you.
Alright. Alright, well, seeing that we're all rested, we can make our way towards the gates.
Yes, please. I feel so much better. Let's go.
Alright, I'll ask once more. For someone in the group to roll me a survival roll, you will have advantage because of Ulcus having seen the gates.
Not
Well, Bracken, why don't you do it this time?
No, I took it last time. Somebody grab it.
Okay, I'll roll advantage.
Hell yeah. There we go.
17.
Alright, great. So, you're able to move through the hills and whatnot, and it does take a few hours, but we're talking on the order of about maybe 3 hours, not too long, comparatively to, a full day's travel. And under the, domain of day, blue sky, no rain clouds nearby, but definitely a few just fluttering through. You see the gleam of the gates, and they are impressive. Easily looks to be 20 feet in their height, into the side of the hill. And you would notice that the gates are closed. There doesn't seem to be anyone outside of them.
Is there like a bell or a knocker?
Nope.
Hey! Open the gates! Stop having them being closed!
No response.
Damn it.
Are there any signs of trouble out here, like a scuffle happened or anything?
Roll a survival roll.
$21.
No signs of any sort of scuffles or anything like that, but there does seem to be, in the ground, well-traveled areas that go through the gates. People walking through here, either a lot of people or a smaller amount, but over a steady length of time.
Nothing out of the ordinary here. Is there a way to open the gate from the outside?
Yeah, I mean, like, the gates are like a split gate. You could just try and open it.
Can I investigate it first?
Yeah, roll an investigation check.
First. Right. There's a 27.
You're rolling a lot of nat 20s tonight.
I don't know.
You don't seem to find any sort of traps on the gates. There doesn't seem to be any locks either.
It should be good.
Alright, Cecil will push open the gate.
Okay. There's a creak from the gates, quite large, but they open, and you see a double set of doors, about the same size, just a few feet away.
Should we knock or should we just push our way in?
I say we just go in.
Well, if
Stick my head
Bracken,
in and announce it.
I don't know. If Bracken is saying that we should just push our way in, I think that we should knock.
Alright, Cecil will knock
Okay.
and stick his head and go, hello.
As you stick your head in after a knock, the knock sort of echoes, and looking in, you would see what looks to be a sort of gathering space. It's some sort of attendance hall. It seems very similar to very fancy banks, tiled floors, and these decorative crystals along the wall. And at the far end, you see more of the sort of gate-like structures, but they seem to be smaller, and you can see through them these shafts and chains. They are elevators.
Something. It's weird that there's no one like around, right?
It's very strange. There was a lot of traffic coming in and out of here.
I don't like the look on your face. Okay. Quit being weird.
Can't help it, man.
Well,
I know.
I assume XTG knew we were coming if they were tipped off.
Yeah.
I might have been.
Have we done any thought as to what the letters XTG stand for?
No, we don't have any real basis to begin guessing.
Ulcus looks down
What
at
do you think it means?
Yeah. Ulcus was gonna ask Bracken that same thing.
Xena the Grunkle.
What is a grunkle?
That's what I would like to find out.
Do you have any more troll fingers, Obi? I think Bracken needs one.
I'm fresh out, honey. I'm sorry.
Ulcus will, like, grab a piece of, like, a map and, like, write on it real quick and hand it to Bracken, and it says, coupon 1 troll's finger.
Right, thanks. You all just watch. We're gonna turn this corner, and some grunkle named Xena's gonna be there, and everyone's gonna be all, oh shit!
Looking through her bed. Wait, there's one way down at the bottom. Here you go, Lucas.
And Ulcus just passes it to Bracken.
It's gone. It's immediately gone.
That's kind of gross.
Well, you're the one carrying them around, weirdo.
Why don't you go look for your grunkle, Bracken?
All right.
Have fun.
And Bracken
Does it
will
stand for
lead the
Grand
way.
Uncle?
No,
Like the
no,
one we
it's a
just built out? Oh.
Go
It's a
on,
different
start
thing.
calling out for Xena the grunkle.
Well, what is it? What sounds do grunkles make?
Ulcus, why do you need to know what one sounds like?
Because then we can figure out where it is. You're the expert tracker here.
I should have stayed in Mailbox.
Maybe I should have stayed in the Court of Night.
No.
Yeah, we all should have stayed where we were, but now we're all grunkle hunting, so let's go.
I
I'm not
don't
grunkle
think
hunting.
I am. I think this
We're
is all
hunting for
you.
a grunkle named Xena.
Are there like any? I mean, this is a common area.
Seems to be.
Is there like a front desk?
Nope.
I mean, the only thing in here is the elevators.
That's the only direction. I mean, you see some, decorative stuff around it, mainly the crystals on the sides of the walls, but yeah.
Uh-huh. We might as well just go down.
So you walk
No,
in?
we come all this way. Yeah.
Great. I need you to roll
Wait.
me.
Wait.
Wait.
What should we cast to detect magic?
You cast a detect magic, and all of those crystals are magical.
This is bad.
Yeah.
I'm getting pretty nervous.
What kind of magic?
Well, seeing that these are magical items, they just read as magic.
You're. Oh. There's no way around them. But we can break them?
Can you?
I don't know. I'm gonna send a sorcerer's burst at one.
Okay.
A far away.
Okay.
It's a 22.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Wait. 13. 14.
And what kind of damage?
Psychic.
There doesn't seem to be any effect.
Maybe I should have picked a different kind of magic.
Too late to?
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
default to psychic. That's kind of my shtick.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know what? Fine. I'm just gonna step forward and find out what happens.
Great. Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
I can do that. I'm good at that. That's a 27.
Great. You'll take half damage as there is this crackling of lightning magic that comes from the first crystal you pass. And on a failed save, you would have been looking at 25 points of lightning damage, but because you succeeded, you take 12.
Thank you. Okay. Now we know.
How many of those are there?
Let me see how far away.
Hundreds.
No. Alright,
$10 million crystals.
you've got 6 sets of crystals, and they're, equidistant from each other, one on either side. It's just a really large hall.
What kind of engineering guild is this?
One that likes crystals, I guess.
The kind that hurts a little bit.
The kind that I'm
It's run by
assuming
a
doesn't
Bronco.
like visitors.
Yeah, that too. Thanks, Lefrica.
Just making an observation.
I said thank you.
No, I know.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
What?
I'm just...
the one time I'm not attacking you and I get attitude
I-
back. Come on, I'm trying.
I'm sorry, I was used to everything from yesterday.
You're
Yeah,
not giving me any troll fingers now.
I don't have any more.
I'm fine without the troll fingers, truly.
I'm
Sounds like-
sorry.
The fox that does not get the grapes says sour.
Can I try and hit one of them again?
Sure.
Let's see, what kind of... A 14?
Unfortunately, does not hit a crystal.
I'm trying again.
Okay.
I'm done.
You want me to
That's
go
your
bonk
turn.
one?
No, if you get too close, it's gonna zap you.
Can I try throwing daggers at one?
Sure.
I'll throw him at a pair. So a 27 and a 20 to hit.
Yeah, they'll hit.
For 12 on each.
And what kind of damage does this do?
It's the dagger, so I'm assuming piercing?
Okay.
Piercing. Oh, but it is a monk weapon, so I believe I can make them do force as well. So I'll try piercing for now.
As you strike with the piercing, it does not seem to be as effective.
Okay. Do they chip at all?
I mean, they seem to take some damage, but not really enough to, like, fracture or anything.
I see that. I'm going to try again using force this time.
Can I whisper a little holy word at one?
Sure. The one that takes the 12 force, you start to see fracture.
Mm.
And what type of damage does Holy Word do?
Radiant.
You don't see anything happen with it.
I'm going to keep chipping away at these with force damage. Just pelting them. See if I can break them apart.
Alright, so I'm gonna make this roll twofold. The first one can be for anyone to roll, which will be a Arcana or an Insight, and then the second one will be for just Bracken, and I'm just going to ask for a standard attack roll.
Next. Oh.
Okay. So, Avi, with the 22 on the Insight, you can understand that you can take out just one side and be safe to travel as long as you are sticking close to the side of the broken crystals. It seems that they have the pairs there to cover the wide stretch of the room. So, with that, you can alert Bracken to the best targeted area to make this the most efficient. And with a 26, Bracken, you're able to handle this quite well. Your aim is on point. It takes a few daggers for each crystal to break, but it's no sweat to you.
It's always good to get some practice in.
Yeah, you were made for this. And as you make it to one of the elevators, we will pick up with the rest of this exploration in our next session.
Ooh.